Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to teach you guys one way to reduce cube rotations by a lot in F2L. So for example, take a look at this scenario. You have this slot or this pair right here, and you want it to go into this slot here. You can do some fancy back insert like this, but of course it's not the best way because the F5 moves require somewhat of a regrip, and they're not the fastest ways to, execute the algorithm. However, another way is to use a cube rotation and then insert, and of course everybody knows that cube rotations are very bad in F2L. So what we can do is use a d-wide move. So d-wide, d-wide prime, and d-wide 2 are all variants of that, and what we can do is something like this. It requires a minor regrip a little bit to the top two corners, and then you can insert it just like this. And that is a lot more efficient because you don't have to do fancy finger tricks, and a minor regrip is required, but of course it doesn't take as much time as any major cube rotations or regrips. If you're slightly confused, that's fine. I'll go over 3 examples right now. As a lot of you guys know, many F2L cases can be executed intuitively by either just separating it and pairing it up, or if you use advanced F2L, you can use one algorithm to pair it up. However, most of these algorithms are still somewhat intuitive, using kind of like an algorithm, but you sort of know how they work. But a case like this may be a little bit harder to do intuitively, as one might just do this, and then notice that it's separated and then paired up and then insert. However, this is not the best way to do it. Another way is to use the d-wide moves that I talked about. What you can do is move this entire layer to the back, and of course you can just do this, and then you can take this piece out, and you can either use a d-wide move back and then insert, or you can do a back insert. So what I'm trying to say is these d-wide moves can also be used in algorithms. Another scenario where you could use the d-wide move is in a case where you have an F2L like this. So you have a corner and an edge, and usually you want to go over the edge like this, but sometimes you can't exactly do it. So, well, there's really no way to go over the edge without messing up any other F2L pairs. So in this case, you can, if you have the case right here, you can use a d-wide move to move the slot under this case, and then you can go over the slot like this. So you can go over the edge, and then you can either, again, back insert, or you can use another d-wide move to insert. In this case, I feel like a back insert would be more efficient, so you can do something like that. Another case where you can use the d-wide moves is just a general cube rotation. So in this case, imagine that you solve the 2 front pairs, and a lot of cubers may know that solving 2 front pairs before doing back pairs is not very efficient, as you'll have to do back inserts and funny like back pairings and stuff, which is no good. So something one might do is to rotate the entire cube, and of course that works. However, rotating again is very slow, so what we can do is use a d-wide move like this, or you can do it the other way, but as I'm right-handed, I prefer keeping my slots on the right-hand side. So after we've done the d-wide move like this, we have an open front slot to manipulate pairs with, and an open back slot to insert into. So as many may know, insert the back slot first, so we can do this. And of course we can use a d-wide move or a back insert like that. And finally we have a pair here, which we can solve like this. And there you have it. So if you have any questions about the content that I have today, make sure to leave it down below in the comment section, and I'll try to respond as fast as possible. But with that, that's all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Goodbye!